let's start the show with some good news. About 3 in 10 U.S. adults are now religiously unaffiliated. Self-identified Christians make up 63% of the population in 2021. So this is something I talk about often, is how 70% at that time, before this new update came out, about 70% of Americans believe in an invisible man in the sky. They believe in angels. They believe Jesus is watching them jerk off. And they believe that Jesus is going to come back from the dead and then like Armageddon's going to happen. That was 70%. Now it's 63%. Not that big of a 7% is not nothing. It's not nothing. And I want to take wins on this, right? All right, I personally think religion is one of the most destructive things that has ever existed in human history, and I have no problem saying that. But anyway, this is a Pew Research study, and so let's read into this because I love this shit. The secularizing shifts evident in American society so far in the 21st century show no signs of slowing. The latest Pew Research Center survey of the religious composition of the United States finds the religiously unaffiliated share of the I'm really fucking high right now. Holy shit. Share of the public is 6 percentage points higher than it was 5 years ago, and 10 points higher than a decade ago. Christians continue to make up a majority of the U.S. populace, but their share of the adult population is 12 points lower in 2021 than it was in 2011. In addition, the share of U.S. adults who say they pray on a daily basis has been trending downward. Yo, where's that? I want to see the pray on the daily basis. Where is that? Come on. Oh my god. Yo. Folks, this is another one. 45% of Americans pray to an invisible man every day. 45%. That is unbelievable.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
This is again, I know people are products of their environment, and I know that a lot of people believe in a lot of stupid things, right? But 45% of Americans walk around every day praying to Jesus. That's crazy. Holy shit. All right, let's go back up here. Currently, about 3 in 10 U.S. adults, 29%, are religious. Nuns. People who describe themselves as atheists, I see. Okay. It's a little confusing language there. Agnostics or nothing in particular. When asked about their religious identity, self-identified Christians of all varieties, including blah, 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 who cares, all that shit's stupid, none of it matters at all, make up about 63% of the adult population. Christians now outnumber religious nuns by a ratio of little more than 2-to-1. In 2007, when the center began asking its current question about religious identity, Christians outnumbered nuns by 5-to-1, 78 versus 16. It's crazy. 45% of Americans pray to an invisible fucking man on a daily basis, yo. Goddamn. The recent declines within Christianity are concentrated among Protestants. Who cares? What the fuck is a Protestant? Let's be honest. Hey, we rebel against the church! Yet you still believe in that stupid shit. What are you protesting against? Oh yes, the Catholic Church and the Pada Buddha! And yet you still believe in that dumbass garbage, right? So I don't understand all these little fucking I just don't get it. There's Catholicism, there's Protestant, there's Lutheran, there's fucking, what's another one? There's Mormonism, that's Christianity, right? Or is that too far off? What? When people ask, how come, what is it, QAnon is 15% of the country believes in QAnon? Right? How? You might be wondering. Well, 45% of Americans are basically that dumb, but their dumbness is channeled in a different direction. I don't think that there's really let's be honest, like the loops that it takes for you to have in your brain, right? The sort of thought process, the intelligence required. I don't think there's that much difference between QAnon and Catholicism, or just like, I'll just honestly, Christianity as a whole. I'm gonna be honest, like, what's the difference? They both believe in conspiracy theories. They both believe in batshit insane garbage. They both won't shut the fuck up about it. The only difference is the brand. Like, why do you think QAnon is a big Jesus thing? They literally think that, like, Trump is, like, sent by God. Where do you think that God came from? That God came from fucking Christianity, right? So, again, QAnon is just another branch of Christianity. As much as you might not want to admit that, as much as you're afraid of that, it's as stupid as Catholicism, Protestantism, like Mormonism. It's all the same kind of fucking stupid garbage. Right? I seriously though, instead of worshiping Jesus, well, I mean, it's just Jesus in addition to Donald Trump, really. It's just they worship all of the above. Right, like, really, these religion is, like, you know, like, they add books and books and books. Like, you've got Judaism, that's the first one, right, first edition. Then you've got the Bible, which is the second edition. Then you've got, like, the Quran, which is the third edition. But then you've got, like, the Mormonism, which is, like, the second, third edition. And then, like, it's just book after, they all worship, it's just, like, how many gods do you worship on a daily basis? 45% on a daily basis. They go, like, 45%. Are you, like... I could talk about this for the rest of the show. I could, but let's just keep reading. The recent declines within Christianity are concentrated among Protestants. Today, 40% of U.S. adults are Protestants, a group that is broadly defined to include non-denominational Christians and people who describe themselves as just Christian. Like, imagine, right? Like, you're such a fucking loser. You believe in God, you believe in angels, you believe in Jesus, but you're like, I don't really care about labels. Hey, I'm just... Woo! The Protestant share of the population is down 4 percentage points over the last 5 years and has dropped 10 points in 10 years. By comparison, the Catholic share of the population, which has ticked downward between 2007 and 2014, has held relatively steady in recent years. As of 2021, 21% of U.S. adults describe themselves as Catholic, identical to the Catholic share of the population in 2014. I just, like, who the hell is, like, becoming Catholic? Like, that's what I, like, are these, like, the born-again motherfuckers? Like, oh, yeah, so I wasn't a Catholic, a couple years ago, and now I'm a Catholic again? I'm just, like, or for the first time. Like, that's one of the other things, like, religious converts. That's more fascinating to me than being religious, because most people are born into a religion. Most people don't really think, and they just think, oh yeah, so, like, you know, the earth revolves around the sun. Well, maybe they think the sun revolves around the earth, I don't know. And so, like, okay, so the earth revolves around the sun. If you drop an apple, like, let go of an apple, it will fall to the ground. You know, 2 + 2 is 4, and Jesus is watching me jerk off. Right? Like, they just don't think, they just think, oh, yeah, it's just the way the world works. Right, but then there's these weirdos that are like, okay, wait a second, Jesus isn't watching me jerk off. Maybe Jesus wasn't really the God. Maybe, and then they become like a Jew or something. It's like, what the fuck? And then, like, you have these, like, converts that go from, like, Christianity to Islam. Like, how do you jump from one religion to another? That one always is, like, if you realize the religion that you're brought up and raised in is wrong, why would you go to another religion? Like, it just, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I've never understood religious converts. I really don't. Like, jumping from, like, one kind of Christianity to another, that's one thing, right? But I mean, like, come on now. Like, people believe in ghosts and UFOs. I think believing in ghosts and UFOs is more logical than believing in Jesus Christ. In fact, I would go as far as to say, I think believing in Jesus is, I think Jesus is very possible to have been an alien. I mean, it's more likely that Jesus is an alien or a hyperdimensional creature or a ghost than it is that the word in the Bible is literally true. And, like, I have no problem talking about, like ghosts and UFOs. Like, I don't believe in them personally, or I don't believe that UFOs are, I mean, UFOs literally exist, right? But I don't believe that aliens are currently visiting us. I think they're just like, you know, national security fucking defense bullshit from all these countries that don't know, right? But like, I think ghosts could be real as much as I think Jesus could be real. Right? Like, it's just, I don't go around every day like, oh, have you ever heard of ghosts? How about ghosts? And I'm not trying to sound like I'm super judgmental. It's just that I think it's fucking stupid. And I think that, like, I think you can't understand the American condition and how we got where we are without understanding religion. Religion is a crucial backdrop on how we got this fucking crazy. Like, look at Republicans. Look at Christian white evangelicals. Now, people always love to tell me, right? Oh, don't judge all religion by the worst people. Well, why not? Why shouldn't I? If you are saying that there's an invisible man watching over you, Jesus is watching you jerk off, right? And he doesn't want you to wear mixed fabrics or whatever, and then like also love thy neighbor except if they're gay, right? And then like if it's so like inconsistent and incoherent that some people are literally able to kill gay people in the name of God, maybe choose another book to worship. I don't know, like worship like a fucking Stephen King novel or something, right? That's the thing. It's like, but again, like ghosts, I think ghosts are more rational than Jesus Christ. Because like the whole idea of religion is that these are historical events that God like touched humanity or whatever, and then he just conveniently disappeared for 2021 years. Just conveniently disappeared. Yeah, so God was here, he was running around, he was sending his kid to do some stuff, and then just never came back. Okay. Right? Like, it's like Atlantis. You know, like, you know how people believe in Atlantis? I think Atlantis might be real. There could have been a city that currently now, like, resides underwater that was, like, destroyed by, like, you know, tsunamis or whatever. That's very possible. But it's in the same category as Jesus. There very well could have been a Jesus that walked around, right? It could have been a thing. Why not? Just as Atlantis could have been a thing, you know? So, you know, it's to me, it's like, I will always criticize religion because I think it's fucking stupid. People use any text or anything to justify horrible things, not just limited to Christianity, religions in general. I mean, I agree. Absolutely. But again, when you open your mind to magical thinking to such a high degree that you pray to God every day, you are susceptible to being brainwashed. And again, like, look at QAnon. Like, if you were to throw QAnon on this poll, right, QAnon, right, there's like 15% of Americans believe in some core principles of QAnon. 21% of Americans are Catholic. Right, like, that's not far off, right? So, and how many people, right, I'm just asking you, like, the religion is what kills this country. It's brainwashing. That's all it is it's fucking brainwashing. I don't know how else to explain that. I really don't, but let's keep reading. Within Protestantism, evangelicals continue to outnumber those who are not evangelical. So again, more religious nutbags are fuck shit motherfuckers than non-fuck shit motherfuckers. Right? The majority of those that are religious nutbags are like religious nutbags. So like, it's the minority in this instance. Like, if you're an evangelical Christian, goddamn, like, you are a dumb motherfucker. You are a stupid ass bitch, in my opinion. But anyway, when asked whether or not they think of themselves as born again or evangelical Christian, while 40% say no or decline to answer the question, 60% say yes. This pattern exists among both white and black Protestants. Among white Protestants, 58% now say yes when asked whether they think of themselves as born again or evangelical Christians, compared with 42% who say no or decline to answer the question. Among black Protestants, evangelicals outnumber non-evangelicals by 2 to 1, 66 to 33. Am I allowed to say that that's stupid? Is that okay? Because I'm going to. Right? Like, the idea, I'm going to be honest. Right? The idea that a black person can worship God every day and think God's going to save them, I can't figure it out. I genuinely can't. I can't figure that out. And the idea that white people can worship a Jesus, and like, again, all the iconography is white Jesus. You ever think about that? White Jesus never existed. There was no white Jesus. That's not a real thing. That was made up. They made it up. Like, Jesus had brown skin, motherfucker. There's no white person in the Bible. They made it all up. Right? But, like, they think it's literally true. Like, they just like, oh, but that's my interpretation of the... Like, I just, like, god damn. Like, I mean, like, every level, like, every single group who's religious has their own reason why they're fucking stupid. Like, honestly. Like, holy fuck. Overall, both evangelical and non-evangelical Protestants have seen their shares of the population decline, good, as the percentage of U.S. adults who identify with establishmentarianism has dropped. Today, 24% of U.S. adults describe themselves as born-again or evangelical Protestants, down 6 percentage points since 2007. During the same period, there has also been a 6-point decline in the share of adults who are Protestant but not born-again. The fuck does that even mean? No, I was only born once. Like, imagine yeah, how many times were you born? I was only born once. What about you? I was born again. What? What? No, I was born 3 times. Alright? That's weird, man. Why, like, does anyone know, like, genuinely? Like, how or why black folks are more, like, they take religion more seriously? I don't. I can't figure that out. I really don't. These are among the key findings of the latest National Public Opinion Reference Survey, conducted by Pew Research Center from May 29 to August 25, 2021. The first annual survey done in 2020, conducted online and in paper, blah, blah, blah. The center uses asked respondents how often they pray and how important religion is in their lives. Today, fewer than half of U.S. adults, 45%, say they pray on a daily basis. I mentioned this a little bit beforehand. But again, on a daily basis. Like, before they go to bed, they fucking, like, kneel next to their bed. Oh, Jesus, please. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. What? Like, can you imagine? Like, can you imagine possibly ever, even contemplating begging Jesus to, like, save you? Like, wow, man, that's crazy shit. But and they do it every day. They do it every fucking day. But you'll see the weekly and or monthly. By the way, I wish those were 2 separate categories. Because there's a big difference between weekly and monthly, in my opinion. I wish there were separate categories. But weekly and monthly is going up. Right? Actually, no, wait. That's the same as it was in 2000. Seldom/never is going up. Okay. Like, so people are praying less often, I guess. But they're still praying. That's my thing. If you believe, right, that prayer works, wouldn't you want to pray more often? Like, okay, I believe prayer is real. I'm going to pray if I'm talking to God, right, and God will look out for me and take my prayer serious, why would you pray, like, these are the kind of motherfuckers that whenever something bad happens, then they start praying to Jesus. Right? Like, as a reaction. It's like, oh shit, I missed my fucking mortgage payment. They're going to steal my house. Praying to Jesus. How about instead of praying to Jesus, you buy a gun? Yeah, so yo, there was like this big right wing, like religious nutbag event that happened in my city. This is, I want to say, over the course of the summer. And like someone recognized me because this is like during the height of the Andrew Brown protests. Someone recognized me from the news and tried to save me. And they were telling me a bunch of this right-wing garbage, and then about how they feel like God answered their prayers because they were able to spot me walking around the street so that they could run up to me and try to save me. I think I played some of that footage. But I mean, it was fucking crazy, man. Like, yes, Jesus is gonna save me from what? They thought because, like, I was protesting against police brutality that means, like, I'm a demon or something? Was it the lady you recorded? Yeah. Like, what do I need to be saved from? What? I feel like I'm doing just fine. Like, if you want to save me, you want to give me $20? Like, save me, like, you know, buy me a meal or something, motherfucker. How is you walking up to me saying, God is going bada boo ba? How's that gonna fucking save me? Like, the fuck? 4 in 10 U.S. adults consider religion very important in their lives. That's fucking crazy, dude. I'm sorry. People that believe, right? Like, religion is, like, I mean, like, what's very important to my life, right? Like, food. You know, family. Max the dog, right? You know, politics, right? Like, injustice, right? Like, I don't know, like, things are, you know, not sky daddies. Like, drugs are an important, I value drugs more than I value religion, right? Like, drugs are a very important part of my life. I'm on drugs right now. Coffee is an important part of my life. Religion, not so much. Not so fucking much. 41%. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's fucking crazy. Not to / not at all. That's going up, up, up. It's crazy. There isn't, like, you cannot, and again, I know a lot of religious people. I hope, you know, if you're watching the show today, I hope you're not too offended, but this is my opinion, I'm allowed. But, like, I know a lot of religious people. I have a lot of religious friends. And it's just weird. It's strange. Like, I'm not gonna, like, you know, yell at them if they're praying, right? Because that's just rude. You know what I mean? But this is my show. These are my opinions. These are my takes on my show. You can, like, click off if you want, right? But it's like, I gotta be honest. It's fucking weird. Muslims pray, like, 6 times a day. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. Like, imagine you carry around, like, your little, like, a scarf or, like, that mat or whatever. Like, that's just with you all the time. Not like, oh shit, like I spilled some salsa on my fucking t-shirt, so I need to, like, you know, get a change of clothes. That I'm not going to bring around me at all times. I'm going to bring around, like, a fucking mat and a scarf and, like, a candle. That I'm just going to, it's everywhere I go. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's insane. It's insane. Like, I got to let you know, it's insane. Like, that's insane. Like, that shit is fucking crazy, dude. I know I've been talking about this for 40 minutes, but this is like, I'm high, like, I'm just rambling. Today's show is just, I'm taking it easy, right? But, like, that's insane. 1/4 of U.S. adults say they attend religious services at least weekly. That's insane. You ever think about how more people show up to church than city council meetings? You ever think about that? More people show up to church than fucking city council meetings. That's how you know this shit's fucked up. That's how you, like, that right there should tell you, yeah, religion's fucking stupid. Like, on Sunday, when I'm walking around town, I see the churches, everyone is fucking packed. It's packed. And whenever I go to city council meetings, you'd be lucky if there's 10 people there watching. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's insane. Like, it's insane. Half of U.S. Protestants, roughly 1/3 of Catholics, say they attend religious services at least monthly. 31% every month. And then 68% a few times a year. These are the freaks that go on, like, Christmas or Easter. You know those fucking freaks? That was my family when I was growing up. I had to go to fucking church on Christmas and Easter a couple times. It wasn't even every Christmas or Easter, right? So it wasn't that severe, but like I had to go to church at least like twice on Easter, and I know I went to church like once on a Christmas weekend or something. Like, okay, why? Like, that's the thing is like these rules. Like, so you realize going to church every week is too much, and you're kind of lazy, and you want to chill on Sunday. All right, that's fair. So, why go on Easter? Like, what do you accomplish? I was sent to a Christian summer camp. Has anyone in this stream not heard these stories? Because if you're wondering why I'm so against religion, maybe I can pull out a Christian summer camp story. In fact, let's do a poll. All right, vote in the poll, folks. I got sent to a Christian summer camp 2 times. So, let me continue this, and then, depending on the poll results. 8 in 10 self-described born-again evangelical Protestants say they pray every day. So that means like 20% of them, they have the privilege of being born a second time, and they're not going to pray? What's the point? Why get born again if you're not going to pray? That's strange. Your cousin was lieutenant governor of New Jersey? When? Hello, Luke. I subbed about a month ago. I was expecting more Doom TBH, but I guess the world is full enough. I've got a lot of shit on my channel, but I do play Doom every once in a while. I've just been a little more busy with, I do every once in a while. That's all I can tell you. It's definitely not daily, but I try to upload something at least once a month or so. But anyway, let's keep going. In addition to the 63% of adults who identify as Christians, the 2021 NAPLAF find that 6% of adults identify with non-Christian faiths. That's the thing that's crazy about it. That's the thing that's fucking crazy. It's like, it's almost all Christians. Like, I think Islam and Judaism are equally insane, right? But there's a reason I don't focus on the insanity of those religions compared to Christianity. And that's because most of these fucking stupid-ass bitch motherfuckers in this country that are dumb are Christians. And I'm going to be honest, I know Christianity more. All right, so let me tell my Christian summer camp stories. So I'm going to tell the classic here. This is a classic. This is my first day at Christian